We circle the trees. We circle the trees with an attitude of respect and playfulness with a Celtic instrument. And this is a process that we call awakening our relationship with the trees. Somehow their stories go in me. Their stories become my stories. And I start having different thoughts. And I feel more connected with life, more at home. And it is playful, as I have never quite known. So I'm a monkey in the trees once again. It's new to have this sense of playfulness and life, this breath in my body. And I feel like my nervous system is healing from the stresses and the conflicts of being alive on this planet, that there's some answer here, there's some support that I can take in and I can share. And that's really here for all of us. I'm following the relationship because I know where it leads is good for all of us.
The one thing about this is it says we're activating the trees. The truth is, from our experience, is that we're activating our relationship with the trees. That's really what's happening. And as we're doing them, we feel like we have superhuman strength. We look like we're 10 years old when we connect in each other's eyes. It's just been the most profound and incredible experience to do this. Everybody should be activating their relationship with the trees.
Yes! It's awakening us too, because if you think back, trees were our whole existence. They were our food, our shelter, our home, our comfort. Our whole consciousness was intermingled with every breath that we took and the trees took. And the longer we do this, the more we begin to reawaken that relationship. So it's us awakening, them awakening, reawakening, our primordial connection sparking.
We're doing this in partnership with the Federation of Damanhur in Italy. And the founder, Falco, has been working on tree activation for the last 30 years. And when we started to activate trees here, he said that the critical number initially was 300, and now it's 6,000. So this afternoon, just on the eve of Thanksgiving, we're going to be activating a full 6,000 trees, which will make us another node where human beings have consciously come together to activate trees. It's made me aware, as I look back over the history of religions, just how powerfully catalytic trees have been in the development of human spirituality. Think of the Garden of Eden. The whole drama was around the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Think of the crucifixion of Christ being hung and nailed to a tree. Think of the enlightenment of the Buddha that happened under a Bodhi tree. These are seminal moments in the history of our spiritual traditions, and they all somehow had to happen with trees. At this critical moment in human history, where our fate is literally coming down to the wire, it's going to be the capacity of conscious humans to align themselves with trees and the energies of the nature spirits that will enable us to gain the consciousness to move through what's coming with grace and with redemptive power.
The trees seem to really be emphasizing that they are antennae to magnify sacred intention, human intention, which we carry, and transmit that between deep and the Pachamama, the race of humans and the stars. There was an art exhibit and photographs of the layering of DNA and how that works in its structures. And there was one photograph that struck me where the artist drew a complete parallel between the appearance of the cellular layering of the DNA with a tree. And if you overlaid a forest on this picture of the trees, it would be an exact replica of what you see in our DNA.
When we came back to the 6,000, we all knew we wanted to do 6,000 more. Touching into the realm of the trees that have held the space for air, so we could breathe, so we could come out of the ocean and evolve into mammals that can walk. These creatures that can't move, they're just still, or they move very slowly, but they stand in one place, are working constantly for this planet, receiving light from the heavens, from the sun, from the moon and stars at night, mixing it with the intricate and unique processes that mix with the waters of our planet and create our atmosphere in which we can live and move. As we experienced the trees and looked at their different positions and the different stories that we could sense where they'd fallen over, where they had crashed into a neighbor and the neighbor was holding them, where they had given their bodies to create soft earth, floor, so more moisture could be held for the roots of all. How they were connected with each other, connected by the wind, the sound, connected through the soil and their roots. And how they created air spaces, each a unique story, representing to us something about ourselves as a community organism, walking, living, and breathing on this planet for a greater purpose.